What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who have stumbled across this channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button down below, push that bell notification so you get notified whenever we release a new video. Now we've had a short hiatus, but rest assured, we're back. I've got some good videos lined up. Strap yourselves in. Today's topic, we're gonna do a bit of a discussion video today. It's a little controversial, but who doesn't love a bit of controversy? Let's get straight into it. I'm feeling a little cramped for space in this room. I mean, there's a lot of room around, but it's just weird. There's something in here. Something like an elephant. Like, you've heard the saying, there's an elephant in the room. Like I'm not one to sit around if there's an elephant in the room. Like, I'm gonna address it, get rid of it, and make myself comfortable again. Aha. There he is. You know what I'm gonna do to you, Mr. Elephant? Wah! Now, as you've probably already gathered from the title, today's topic of discussion is the younger generation and the lack of respect they have. Ooh, I've struck a few feelers. Now, I can't bucket them as millennials or Generation Z or Generation A or whatever you want to call them, but what I will do is I will say this applies to people, well, not everyone, but I'm generally applying this to kids born after the year 2000. Because back in my day, when we put a foot wrong, you had the brakes beaten off your backside. But today, you do something wrong, you get applauded. You do something wrong, you get rewarded. I can understand why it's an issue that not many people talk about, because it is sensitive, but it's fact of matter. And what people need to realize is these kids that are growing up, I think they're quite reckless and quite crazy. I mean, we were taught respect. Not having basic respect for other people, your elders, the community, the environment, is an issue, because these are your future leaders. Can you imagine your boss in 20 years time is gonna be one of these just absolute maniacs, and you can imagine reporting into this guy every day of the week for the rest of your life? It's not fun. This person will be your next politician. This person will be running your local council. Can you imagine the mayhem?
Don't talk about my kid like that. He's an angel. Oh, that's politically incorrect. That's so insensitive. Did you really just say that about my child?
Yes, Janet, I'm talking about your child. The one that has no manners, no respect, and you best believe if I was related to that guy, I'll work my backhand on him. Now here's the thing, the more we shy away from the topic, the more taboo we make it, it only makes the problem worse, because with kids it's monkey see, monkey do. Oh, that kid has that item, I want that item. That kid is behaving this way, why can't I behave that way? So you see, this will only spiral out of control the more you put it on the back burner. So let's talk about it. And if you ask me personally, the two biggest reasons why kids of today are losing respect, number one is the lack of parenting. Parents these days are afraid to parent. They're afraid to tell kids when they've done something wrong. They're afraid to, you know, and I'm not saying abuse the child to the point where they're just emotionally, mentally, physically scarred. No, but when we did something wrong, we got a backhand. I mean, then we started to associate, hey, I did that and I got backhanded. I did it twice, I got backhanded twice. Oh, there's a pattern. I can say if I do that again, there's a high chance I'm gonna get my kicked, right? So then you learn that your actions have consequences. And you learn that those things that you do are not really appropriate. And over time, you realize these are things that I'm gonna leave behind in my childhood. That doesn't exist anymore. Oh, you've done something wrong? Here's $1. Oh, look at that, you beat up a kid at school, Matt. A parent's job is to parent, teach discipline, be a living, breathing moral compass for the child. Make sure that the child develops and grows and has basic levels of respect for life. That, when that in itself is not being practiced, that is the crux of the issue, right? Don't get it twisted. I'm not solely blaming parents. I'm not solely blaming kids. It's a mix of everything. There are so many factors that go into raising a child well and, you know, making sure they turn out to become good human beings and good adults. But it's in no way 100% the parent's fault or 100% the child's fault. It's a bit of both. And it's a really delicate balance that you need to get right. But not parenting and letting your child get away with absolutely anything and everything is a surefire way to make sure you're gonna end up with a brat in your hands. Second biggest factor for me is social media. It is everywhere. As good as social media is in promoting good things and spreading awareness for good causes, the downsides to social media, especially when young people are exposed to it, are huge. They get to access things that they shouldn't see for years from when they actually do see them. Young kids are exposed to whatever, it's at literally in the palm of your hand. Type in the URL for a wrong website and you're gonna end up somewhere that you don't want to end up. No one's gonna stop you, I mean kiddie controls and whatnot, but no. If a kid wants to say something in this day and age, they will see it. And ultimately kids are a product of their environment, what they consume, what they see, what they hear. When immature minds are forced to process things that they're not ready to process, it doesn't end well. These are the two biggest variables, or the two biggest factors that you can control, and the biggest differences that I see when you compare kids that grew up in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s to kids that are growing up today. Now, there are a host of other factors and things that you really can't control, so we're not going to delve into those. But these two things I feel are the two critical things that you need to get right to avoid having an army of kids who think the world owes it to them purely for their existence. That is such a problem, man. Like, I've had encounters with individuals, but you could imagine being outnumbered by them, and yeah, it's a bleak picture. And one thing that really blows my mind is whenever someone tries to parent, yes, and there are people who go overboard, I'm just talking like really basic ways of parenting. Back in the day, people were a bit more barbaric, but we've advanced and developed as, you know, as a human species. These days, someone tries to, you know, instill basic discipline.
I'm calling child services. You're abusing your kid. This is not right. It is not on.
This is coming from kids as well as other parents. And it's like, what do I have to do to show you that we got beat up when we did the wrong thing? You know what the outcome was? We learned respect. We were told that, hey Yusuf, don't do that, that's bad. In a manner that, you know, made us feel like crap sometimes. But guess what? We learned from it. We're better human beings because of it. And we're not emotionally scarred. We are completely fine. There is no trauma involved. It is just basic parenting, which is something that every parent should be practicing. The thing that actually triggered me to make this video, I came across a Dr. Phil episode, a little clip on YouTube with a young boy who was he was an absolute prick to his mum. Now, I watched that and I was in disbelief, and I'm like, this is not even uncommon. This is so real. People have, you know, they've swept all these issues under rugs for so long that we've actually got so many kids who are exactly like this boy. And there are people in the comments saying, oh, it's fake, they're exaggerating it, and yeah, this particular case might be exaggerated, whatever it may be, but there are actually kids who are like this boy, and some who are worse. And I want to watch this video with you guys and give you my honest reactions as we go along. Also, just before we get into the video, I know there are people sitting behind computer screens just itching to say, 80s kids are screwed up too, 90s kids are no better. Look, this is my personal opinion, and I feel that this is becoming more prevalent as new generations come through. So yes, there are kids born in the 80s, born in the 90s who lack respect. I'm just saying it is a bigger problem now. That is all.
You say that you don't think you're spoiled. Why not?
I'm not spoiled at all. I just feel like I deserve the lifestyle that I have, and my allowance should be raised more. I don't see that as being spoiled.
Okay, and so why do you believe that you deserve this? You're entitled to it.
I deserve this because my parents are stressful, especially my mom.
Time out. I deserve it because my parents are stressful? Like, this Hood Elmo looking 40-pound weighing, giraffe neck having, it takes a lot to not just woosah.
They stress you out.
Yes.
How do they do that?
I get wrinkles in my face.
Because of the stress?
Yes.
Okay, hold the line, brother. Wrinkles? These are wrinkles. Like, we get wrinkles. You don't even, I don't even think you could spell the word wrinkle. So just stop. Stop.
What the hell does that, what is your drip? Do
This
I
is
wanna
drip
know?
right here, $1,000, Louboutins.
What is drip?
This is drip, stuff that costs money.
Oh, it's like your style?
Yeah.
It's the way you roll?
Yep.
Okay. I'm catching up here. I'm catching up. Okay, so those were $1,000?
Yep. I call these cocoa.
Why?
They all white.
I want to take those all white cocos, put them on my feet, and break my foot up his behind with cocoa on. See how that feel.
How much money do you make? I know your mother makes money, but how much money do you make?
I don't make no money.
You don't make no money.
Nope.
How does that work? How does that work out? I'd like to get on that program.
I just like designer stuff. If it's not designer, I'm not going to wear it.
Yeah,
I just like designer stuff. That was his response to, how does that work? You don't make any money. How are you paying for all of this? I just like designer stuff. You know, this, like, watching this a second time around, I'm less angry. I'm just like, it's just pathetic.
But what entitles you to have it if you haven't earned it?
I do earn it, cleaning my room. So that's a job for me.
Hold up. This is not a timeout. No, we can't end the game here, but cleaning my room. We damn near cleaned the whole house, and we were told, good job. Now you can go play outside. Let alone here, here's $1,000, go buy yourself a pair of shoes. I'm entitled to it, I clean my room.
Is it true that your mother moved you into the master bedroom so you could have a walk-in closet and she's living down the hall in one of the other bedrooms?
Yeah, the littlest room in the house.
She's living in the smallest room in the house.
Yeah.
And you're in the master suite?
Yep, with the walk-in closet.
Why?
Because I want it. So what I want, I take.
What you want, you take.
Yep.
And this is why I say I will never put the blame solely on the kids or solely on the parents. The mother let him have the bedroom. Now, I don't even care if it was like some goodwill gesture. Oh, son, you've got a lot of clothes here, have the bedroom. No. The parent sleeps in the bigger bedroom. Period. Non-negotiable. I don't care if you're the damn upcoming king of the world. You are sleeping in the smaller bedroom.
You want to know what I would tell you to do? I believe in commando parenting, and I've written a book about it. It sold millions of copies. And I talk in there about commando parenting, which is when you get children that are entitled, then you have to let them learn that those things are privileges that are to be earned.
The key word there, people. He said, commando parenting. There's always going to be some kind of parenting involved. And that's all it is. Spoiling them, giving them everything they want, answering to every single one of their desires, not teaching them that things in life are earned, rather that they are actually entitled to everything and they can demand things. If you can't see that that is a recipe for disaster, you are part of the problem. Sorry to say it, but you are part of the problem.
My son Ronald, he tries to sneak little ways in to get more money. Like if he takes out the trash or, tidying up around.
Hold it again. You know what annoys me about this? The mother's joking when she says these things. She's laughing when she says he tries these creative ways to sneak more money. There's nothing funny about this. It is dumb. It is stupid. He's not being funny, and you're not being funny by, you know, playing along and actually giving in to it. Two sides of the coin.
I can't.
Let me ask you something. You're living in a small bedroom in your house, and he's in the master suite. Who pays for this house?
I do.
But you put him in the master suite, and you go down the hall and live in a smaller bedroom. Why is that? What did you say to yourself to make that okay?
Well, I gave him the bigger room because he has a lot more clothes than I do. I just let him take the bigger room with all his clothes.
I'm sorry to say it, but this mother has some serious issues. This is not even excessive love for a child. This is just garbage.
The smaller room.
My question is why?
I don't
'Cause
know,
I'm a
Dr.
king.
Phil. I just...
You heard that? She can't answer, and he answered for her. I'm the king. And that is actually, it's case in point. She's treating him like an entitled king, where he gets whatever he wants at her expense. I've seen more than enough. I physically cannot watch any more of this video. Now, the whole point of showing you guys this is for the people that fight this topic and, you know, try to push it to the curb. Kids like this exist. Now, he isn't even the worst of the lot. There are kids that are much worse than him. There are kids that are a little bit better. There are kids just like him. But all that needs to be said is, and all that needs to be done is to acknowledge that this is a problem. No kid should be behaving like this. It is not on, and the longer we let them do as they please, this will become uncontrollable. I would really love to hear your thoughts on this topic. I mean, if you want to leave an anonymous comment down below, please do so. It's something that definitely needs to be spoken about more often. We need to give it a lot more attention so we can actually work out ways to counteract this. I mean, as easy as it is for these kids to go down these rabbit holes, it's probably just as easy to prevent them from doing so. So long as we can acknowledge a problem, we can work on actually solving it. But first comes acknowledgement. And that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more to come. You know, I'm not afraid of talking about topics that people like to keep on the down low. I mean, it's an open forum here. If there is something that you really want me to talk about, let me know. I will try and make a video. But until then, share this around, and I will see you in the next one.